Stephen Harper. Now, Stephen is suing Dwight because he claims Dwight put him in a very uncomfortable sexual situation. He's suing Dwight for alleged assault, battery, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and false imprisonment.
Messin LJ claimed he dated Howard before he found out that the former NBA player was sleeping with a transgender woman. Okay. He then claimed that Howard and his pastor threatened and harassed him online. The author and entrepreneur also alleged that Howard wanted him to sign a non-disclosure agreement, NDA, and accept hush money.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy J Smitty, J Smitty Conversations with another video. And today, we're going to talk about how Dwight Howard has post moves outside of the basketball court. So, we don't take sexual assault lightly, and we hope that this individual gets the justice he deserves, Stephen Harper, if he was sexually assaulted. So I just want to first say that before I get into the jokes, that we over in J Smitty Conversation, we don't take sexual assault or any type of assault lightly. All right, that being said, let's get to the joke. So man, oh man, Dwight Howard done got himself into some ish. That's why, guys, it's better to live your truth. So Dwight Howard, he's being accused of sexual assault and sexual battery allegations, and that's some pretty serious shit. Apparently, the gentleman, Stephen Harper, is reporting that Dwight Howard forced him to have a threesome with another man. So Dwight Howard, another gentleman, I guess apparently he's a drag queen. They said he had full beard like mine. They were getting down. Dwight Howard was into some kinky, freaky type shit. And again, I don't judge, love who you love. And again, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, so if I say some things that's inappropriate, I apologize. So I don't know. I know a drag queen is different than a transgender, so I don't know if he identified as a she, right? But they're saying drag queens. I know a lot of times drag queens identify as males dressed as women, I believe. But that being said, the person, I'm just gonna say the person's name that had a beard like mine, right, was Kitty. That's wild. So the only reason why I feel like Dwight Howard deserves jokes is because he denied this shit for the longest. And shame on us. I feel like a fool because I kind of backed you. Dwight, you know, I know sometimes black men can get false allegations. You know, I wanted to back and support you. I'm out of pocket. Whoa! But obviously, I was wrong, man. Homosexual allegations follow you everywhere you go, brother. And maybe you may have not had these issues if you lived your truth. So what do you guys think? And this story is here. I want to read some things I have right here. And so it says, in court documents obtained by ESPN, Howard said Monday that he engaged in consensual sexual activity with a man named Stephen Harper during a July 2021 encounter at Howard's Georgia residence. Howard denied that he caused any injury to Harper, according to the filing. He's admitting it. So finally, he has gotten backed into a corner, and it's probably because Stephen Harper has some evidence that Howard just can't deny. And really, it shouldn't really matter what people do in their bedroom. But because Howard's a public figure and because he hasn't been honest about his activities, is out there on Front Street, and you open yourself up to these type of different allegations and these different type of, you know, really the jokes and things like that, right? According to Mr. Harper, Harper also has a complaint of intentional infliction of emotional distress and false imprisonment. So basically what Mr. Harper, Stephen Harper, is claiming is that Dwight Howard forced him into having sexual relations. From what I read, Stephen Harper's also alleging that he felt like he couldn't escape, he felt like he couldn't have said no, and he's claiming false imprisonment. So full disclaimer, real quick, another disclaimer. I shouldn't have to say this, but I'm a full heterosexual male who's married. I'm speaking from a heterosexual perspective on this topic. So for those of you that don't know, I'm a clinician. I help individuals, whether they're gay, they're straight, whether they're transitioning into another gender. I work with all walks of life. So I feel like I'm qualified to at least give my opinion on some of these situations. Just a disclaimer. And now let's get to the shit. Ladies, I got a question for you. I want you ladies to be honest. Can a man double back after he's been exposed with having a double life? That's what I want to know. Can a man double back after being exposed that he has had a double life? And this question comes because, you know, Dwight Howard has been linked to, you know, women. He's been linked to some women with notoriety. Dwight Howard has 5 children. I know he has different baby moms. Now that it's out the bag, and it sounds like to me some of these women already knew. And again, we ignored all the signs. Dwight, you have left breadcrumbs of your zesty lifestyle. Let me first tell myself, I gave Dwight Howard the benefit of the doubt. When The First Gentleman came out, I was like, I don't know, man. Dwight Howard, he has a baby mom, and, this and that, he has kids. I don't know. I don't jump to conclusions. But, hey, man, you made a fool out of me, Dwight. You were on audio recording.
I've been speaking to you for some time now, Dwight. I sent you nudes of me, Dwight.
Most people have to fight for credibility and who they are. I don't have to do that.
And it wasn't even AI wasn't even around at that time, and I was like, "No, man, that's a clone. Dwight Howard got a clone." So, ladies, can you date a gentleman knowing that he has had history with dating men? Write down below in the comments. Let me know what you think. I'm always curious about this because there's many different double standards in life. It's just the way life is, and in my opinion, I feel like women are able to dibble and dabble and do what they want. Am I lying? Am I off basis for this? I went to high school with girls who dated guys all through high school, and then their college years, they decided, you know what, I want to dibble and dabble in women. And they dibbled and dabbled in women. Nobody gave them no pushback, no judgment, nothing like that. And then once those relationships dissolved, they said, you know what, I tried the woman thing, I'm cool. And they went right back to the guy. Men don't give a damn. I feel like a lot of men do not care if their girl dabbled in women. Right? And I could be wrong. If you disagree, write in the comments. But from my experience, a lot of men do not care. I have several examples of women who were straight, then they were lesbian for years. And then they went back to guys, and now they're married, and they've been married, and they appear to be happy. That's a common thing that I see happen in my world. Ladies, from what I see, most women I speak to, that is a deal breaker if a guy is gay. Gay for the stay, gay for a little while, or, let's say a guy's like, hey, man, I'm just experimenting. I just want to try to da-da-da-da-da. Most women I know do not play that shit. Why is that the case? Ladies, I want you to comment, and I want you to be honest. Why can't a guy dibble with the bean bags and dibble with the Franks and the balls? Why can't he do that and then say, you know what, I want to go back to the vagina? So Dwight Howard, there's been people that's been trying to expose him for a while. And I guess my question is, Dwight, why allow this to happen? I believe when you try to do things in secrecy, that's when things tend to get messy. When you're doing things in the dark, what happens is things tend to come to light, but you cannot control the narrative of how things come to light. Does that make sense? And that goes it can be for a guy cheating with a woman. If you notice, a lot of guys get exposed in nasty ways by women because they tend to do things that's in the dark. So my question for Dwight is, how did you let this happen, man? We really should have already knew this, and a lot of people already knew. And again, it's not our business, but like you keep putting yourself in these messy situations where it comes online. But why not just live your truth? That's what I want to ask Dwight. Why not just live your truth? It is the most acceptable that I have seen in my lifetime. Matter of fact, I've seen people get awarded for identifying with the LGBTQ community. In my opinion, Lil Nas X, I think he makes decent music, but the reason why he's a superstar is because he identifies with the alphabet gang, in my opinion. So for me, Dwight, you could have been a superstar, in my opinion. You could have been this could have raised your career. You might have been right back in the NBA. So there's some rumors. There's some rumors that maybe the NBA knew about, you playing one-on-one basketball, maybe you double dribbling and you maybe doing some drop step and, backing people down in the post a little too much. There's some reports that maybe that's the reason why you might have been exiled from the NBA. I hope that's not true, but that's some of the rumor. Think about this. Like, Dwight, you got cheated out of being one of the top 75 NBA players. I'll be the first to say that. I wonder if maybe the gay accusations or the gay rumors or maybe people knew your lifestyle. I wonder if that kept you out of the top NBA 75. And I think you could have really been an ambassador in the NBA. And I feel like you would have had a lot more opportunities. I feel like people would have embraced you. We live in a time where people are super accepting. There has to be some individuals in hiding or some people in the closet. You could have been kind of the bridge to bring individuals out. If I was to talk to you, Dwight, I would ask you, like, what was the reason why you went to great lengths to hide who you were as a person? And I'm laughing because Dwight Howard, if my memory corrects me, Dwight Howard, let me look this shit up. Hold on real quick. I gotta look this up. Dwight, I'm not mistaken. Yeah, right here. Okay, I just had to make sure I fact check this. Dwight, you, in 2018-2019 season, only played 9 games. So you missed a whole entire season due to a ass injury, a butt injury. Bruh. So that means if you would have just been honest, man, like, cause I remember this. I remember people was like, yo, this mysterious butt-ass injury Dwight Howard has, where how did he hurt his ass? What happened with his ass? And this is why it's important to be honest about who you are as a person, because everybody was upset because you had this mystery ass injury that caused you to be out the whole season. But if you could have just been transparent, hey, listen, man, it was a wild night. You know, I had a couple of my homeboys come over. We practiced some basketball drills, some posting up, and one thing led to another. Somebody tore me up that night. People would have understood. People, oh man, okay. People might have been a little more understanding, man, if you would have said your lover, you know, maybe got a little bit too passionate that night. I want to read this. And Dwight, you a wild boy. You've been sick, man, and you've been leaving breadcrumbs for a long time, brother. All right, so Washington Wizards center Dwight Howard got some mixed news on the injury that has kept him out during the preseason. On one hand, the issue isn't serious. On the other, it's definitely more embarrassing. Turns out Dwight wasn't dealing with back soreness after all. It was actually his butt that was the source of his discomfort, according to Sean. Dwight even tried to lie in. Oh man, it's my back, it's my back, it's my back. As you're touching your back, it's starting to go down lower, and it's like, Dwight, your secrecy of your lifestyle has been affecting you in many different ways, to the fact where you're missing NBA seasons. He's going for the dunk, and he's going for the dunk. He's laying it. Oh no, his ass, the buttocks. Oh no, he's down with a buttock sprain. Oh, definitely made history with being out for a season due to a buttocks injury. Boy, he must have been getting it in. He must have really been, you know, a little thotty hottie during that off season, man. Because woof. Dwight, I can't make this shit up right here. I'm reading this. This is according to the Washington Post. It's likely that Howard's disc had reherniated and pushed up against the nerve, causing irritation and pain that shot into his lower back, buttocks, and down the back of his leg. And not teasing you, man. You getting it in. You was getting it in Georgia, in Atlanta. You know, I heard about Atlanta. Dwight Howard, he did make a video responding to the haters.
That ain't nobody business where I put my shit at. Y'all just weird. If you want to know what people doing in their bedroom and who they messing with and sleeping with, you are weird. You're the weird one. Oh, shoot. Y'all heard about that? Dwight, they said Dwight was in a text messaging a guy. Nigga, who cares?
And in the video, I mean, he's basically responding to the head. He's saying, yo, why y'all care what's going on in my bedroom? What happens in my bedroom stays in my bedroom, right? Howard and now he's standing on it. So salute to you, Howard. You're standing on it. If you're struggling to be yourself, I would encourage you to have the courage and the bravery to come up with a plan to be yourself. I know sometimes it's not easy just coming out, or whether it's in the closet. Sometimes it's not easy. Like even like with some parents that want their kids to play sports and they don't want to play sports. They want to maybe they want to read, or maybe they want to sing, or maybe they want to do dance. And you know, sometimes parents can force their expectations on people that really isn't what the child is all about. I encourage people to try their best to be themselves, because I think it creates that inner turmoil inside of yourself. When you are unable to be you, what tends to happen is, you know, you start to get resentment towards maybe people or society for causing you to have to hide. And then maybe you have to start having resentment with yourself, where it's like, let's say, like if you believe a person is born gay, a person can have resentment like, why am I not straight, or why am I still going through this, or vice versa, where, you know, let's say my dad is an athlete and then I have to follow up with my dad being an athlete. Let's say I'm not an athlete. Let's say I'm a chess player. I can have the frustration, and I can feel like I'm letting my father down. I can feel like I'm letting my family down. I just imagine like with Dwight Howard, where maybe he really does want to be himself. And again, he showed flashes. He showed breadcrumbs this whole time with the dancing. He showed a lot of zest, right? He showed a lot of zestiness, some zesty crumbs, where we should have been able to point this out, but we should have been able to accept Dwight, and Dwight should have been able to come out and be himself. We should have applauded him, and he still should have been a top NBA 75 player. He still should have been an all NBA player, a champion, everything that he is, because it doesn't take away from his talent just for him being himself. So that's something to think about. Dwight, I would encourage you from now on, man, and it sounds like you're doing it. So kudos to you. It sounds like now you're walking that lane. But I would encourage you. Be yourself now. Be yourself. Don't worry about anybody else. Live your truth. Get you a boyfriend. Stop sneaking. That's another thing, Dwight. Stop sneaking around. Stop sneaking around, man. Get you a boyfriend, man. Get you a boyfriend. Settle down. Start taking the young man on dates. Nobody cares. Really, nobody cares. It's just funny. It's funny. It is funny. The 6'11" power bottom is hilarious. Another thing, guys, when Dwight Howard first came into the NBA, I remember he was introduced to us as a gentleman that was heavy into the church. I don't hide it. I'm a highly spiritual person. I believe in God. That being said, there's a difference between spirituality and religion, where religion is a lot of man-made stuff. Religion, sometimes it comes with people being judgmental. It comes with rule. It comes with people's expectations. Sometimes religion can be toxic and unhealthy because religion is man-made. Not necessarily talking about the church, but sometimes the religion and the rules that men place on things is a difference between spirituality and religion. Where Dwight Howard, he was probably told he was going to go to hell. Say you're being told every single day you're going to hell, you're going to hell, you're going to hell, you're going to hell, you're going to hell. Don't do that, you're going. The thing about religious folks, you can be really cynical and it makes you kind of judgmental. And as you guys can kind of see what's going on in Israel and what's going on with the Palestinians, like, it's a whole war. That's not a spiritual war. Well, some people can argue it is, but that's based off religion. Religion causes things like war. Spirituality is a whole totally different thing. I believe in God, I believe in Jesus, but it's a spiritual thing for me. I try my best not to get confined by man-made religion. I try my best to just follow what the word says and follow what God is telling me what to do. And I pray that I'm doing the right thing. And I pray that my thoughts and my ideas align with God. I do want to say my opinion on this. And this is something I feel strongly about. And this is just me as a heterosexual black man. And this is something that I want Dwight Howard and others who are like him to think about. I could care less what anybody does. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect my household. What people do in their private life is what they do. What does kind of frustrate me, and I'm going to get deep with this, guys, but every video I try to deliver a message. And I could be the first one to say this: black women are kicking ass. Black women in general, but especially black women, 'cause I'm talking to my people right now, they're kicking ass as far as they're educated, as far as they're doing business, they're doing a good job. But unfortunately for the sisters, there's not a lot of black men, because you have a lot of black men, unfortunately, that's locked up. Some black men are locked up for selling weed. You have successful black men that don't even want to date black women. And then you got black men like me. Well, unfortunately, I know I'm a catch, but I'm tooken. So then you got black men who are tooken. My wife said, I got to get him off the streets. I'm joking. But then you have a lot of black men who, not a lot, I don't know if it's a lot, but then you have black men who are gay, right? So it's slim picking out here for a lot of black women. I'm sorry, but it is. Fellas, if you identify in the LGBTQ community, cool. Live your life. Love who you want to love. My beef is that down low stuff. I think that's very detrimental. I do. I don't like the down low stuff. Dwight, I'm be honest with you, man. Like I don't like the down low stuff. I think that you should be transparent with your sexuality. I don't believe like you should come out the closet and that you need to tell the world. But I feel like you need to be honest with your partners, because you're moving sloppy and you're not being yourself and you're not living your truth and you're dibbling and dabbling on both sides. And I feel like it's not fair to black women if you're doing that and not being honest with them. I know situations, again, I work with individuals. So I know people who are in relationship, in marriages, and they're like, yo, I don't feel like my husband loves me. I don't feel like I'm connected to my husband. It's something missing when it comes to our relationship. And it's possible that you're just not into her. You just married her, maybe for whatever reason, because of social norms. Like, I feel like you can hold good women captive. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Please share. And it's J Smitty Conversations. Peace.